Hey guys, this is Pat and Heidi from Rain Country, and today we wanted to pick your brain a little bit, seek your help, seek your help and guidance, and in the area of homesteading in reference to land. Where are you at? Why do you homestead where you're at? What are the benefits and the shortcomings of where you live? You know, do you live in an area that's too short a growing season, or the ground isn't good, or you live around things that bite you and sting you? Give us some of the pros and cons of where you're at. Heidi and I have been looking or wanting to increase the volume of land that we have here, and there are a lot of pros and cons of where we're at. You know, whether it's leaving family or staying close to family. Some of the weaknesses around here, or some of the downfalls of homesteading here, is the growing season's a little bit shorter. It's a little wetter here. The benefits the benefits of being here is that we do have rain, and we love the green. The resources are plentiful.
Yeah, we have lots of trees too.
The ground is good. I mean, like any place you go, there's amenities that you can add to the soil. The downside of the soil around here is that it gets leached out fairly quickly if it rains a lot, and which it does here.
It does.
So let us know. We've been looking around at different states, different properties. Another downside of this area here is that price per acre is pretty expensive, and property taxes are pretty expensive, and I use that term loosely. And usually property around here is around an average of, I'd say $10,000 per acre, and
sometimes that's the low end.
Yeah, depending on that's just bare land. That's with nothing on it. So that's something that we have to battle. We'd like to have our money stretch farther, and so by moving to a place like Oklahoma or Mississippi, or some of those places that land is, I don't know, my checking around as little as $2,000 an acre, and as much as $3,000 or $4,000 an acre, depending on where you're at. And also just permitting, depending on where you're at in Washington, permit processes are pretty extensive here. And dogs, quit.
Go somewhere else and play. Oh, they did. It worked.
Dogs, go.
Huh.
Anyway.
I remember that.
So anyway, we just want to hear your thoughts. You know, there's so much looking at different properties out there, but hearing from you is going to be really satisfying to us.
From real people.
People that watch this channel are like-minded to our way of thinking, and so coming from you guys, that's going to be a first-hand look at why or why not should you homestead or move here. We appreciate your feedback, and also if you want to collaborate with us, Mrs. Rang will put you on the list, on our
the list.
the list. What do you call that?
The playlist.
The playlist.
We'll add you to the playlist. If you choose to make a video and tell us why you chose your place and what you like and don't like about it, and then let us know, and that you made that video, and we'll put it in our playlist. But also, if you're not a content creator, again, please feel free to just share your story in comments below, because we like to read that kind of stuff.
Sure.
We really enjoy it.
We try to get back with
Yeah.
all the comments, but
We learn so
obviously
much.
not everybody's comment. We're gonna miss some, but we do
Yeah.
care about the folks that watch us, and they take the time to watch our videos, so we like to take the time to read your comments, and we appreciate the feedback. So
And just know that we don't always get notified on comments, so sometimes I found comments that were months old and I couldn't believe I missed them. So I found a way to keep up on them a little bit better, but please don't be hurt if your comment gets missed. It's probably just, like I said, YouTube doesn't always give notifications, and there's a lot of things that get missed. Same thing happens with private messages. I never get notifications, so you know, if you send a private message and it takes me weeks to read it and get back to you, please just know I just have to remember to go actually manually check it, or, you know, anyway. So, some of the things that I wanted to talk about with this is just so people can understand where we're at. Most of you all know, especially if you've been following this for a while, is that we live in city limits on 1/3 of an acre. So we're doing all that we're doing right here on this little piece of property. And we started this quite a few years ago as really just kind of a jumping off point until we got to the point that we wanted to purchase land, or we were ready to purchase land to expand. At any rate, we're trying to be as self-sufficient as possible right where we're at. And I think we've done a pretty good job. And there's still a lot more that we can do right here. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about what we do here, we have other videos and also our definition on what a homesteader is. And I'll be linking those in the iCards up above there, and also in the end card, so that you can see and kind of listen to a little bit of our story. But on that, where we go more into detail about being off-grid and, you know, or partially off-grid, we're partially off-grid, and you know, our gardens, and I have lots of videos on the gardens and stuff. So if you're interested in seeing what we do on our little space, yeah, go check those out. But we do still have a desire to expand and do more. We can't do bees where we're at. We can't have goats right where we're at. You know, some people may say, well, go out and get bees and go out and do that. And it's like, well, we can't do that right here. And so then we're going to get the people that say, well, go buy that property. You're out of debt. Why can't you just go buy that property? Well, it's just not that simple. I mean, I think there's a lot of people out there that it is simple for them to just turn around, sell their house, and go buy a place, and that works for them, or whatever. But, you know, there's a lot of other things going on in our lives right now that it wouldn't be wise for us to just up and leave and sell this place and buy property like that. Go play somewhere else. Yeah, it does work. So it's, you know, a lot of it is we're planners. I know we can't plan for everything, and sometimes you do have to just take a leap and just step out in faith and do things, and that's great, and we've done that with some things, but you know, with our kids being here, it's kind of hard for us to just up and leave them and some of our other family in the area and go someplace where we have no family. But we also know that we could make new friends and family in a sense wherever we go, and that's cool.
well, she's talking about making calculated risks.
Calculated risk.
And things, you know, we're honing skills, and we're practicing.
Yes.
Everything that a large homestead would do. So we feel that we're ready, but there are several things that actually have to come into play
Right.
in order for us to make that leap.
There are certain things that we're waiting on right now that have to happen first before we can do that, and that's a story maybe for another day. But the other thing is too, if we were like, okay, we're ready to move right now, then it's where do we go? And I would hate to just up and move and pick a place somewhere and then go there and find out we just really hate it there. That, you know,
it's a pretty big investment to just up and move someplace.
You know, we've learned how to garden and work around our challenges here with the rain. and the shorter growing season. But if we were to go to some place that was totally opposite, I think that would be a little bit too much of a change, you know, going to somewhere where it never rains and, sorry.
We're looking for green, but not too green.
Remember that place? You know, once upon a time, there was a place where it never rained. The end. This is, here it's, once upon a time, there was a place where it never stopped raining. The end. That's us. So, you know, so someplace that's, you know, like kind of a climate that might be somewhere in the middle would be rather nice. But again, we need to really know these things ahead of time, and there might be other issues that we're not seeing that might not be something we want to get into, whether it be certain laws or you know, restrictions and whatnot. You know, we want to know exactly what we're getting into before we get into it. So that's another reason why we're going to wait. You know, we didn't, every step of the way that we've done to get where we are, our decision to get chickens, our decision to get solar panels, our decision to do a lot of the different things we're doing now is been little steps at a time and lots of planning and figuring, because we didn't want to jump into anything, especially when you start dealing with live animals. We didn't want to be one of those people that decided to get backyard chickens and all of a sudden just decide a month or two later that, no, too much work or too much this, and we decide we don't want to do it and then have to rehome the chickens. I read about people doing that because it was a fad. Let's get a chicken or two, and then they decided they didn't want them. I didn't want to be a passing fad. I wanted to know exactly what I was getting into. Well, to the best of my ability of finding out what we're getting into, and be prepared and have a good home for them.
Where do you live? Why do you live there? What's the pros and what's the cons? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let us know.
Or do you just want to move to another planet?
Yeah, if you're a content creator, fill us in. Not a creator, go ahead and leave your comments in the description box below and let us know your thoughts.
All right, well, we're going to appreciate and look forward to that input from you all. So thanks for watching.
Take care.
And God bless.